All right, everybody, here it is. Here's the lineup I will be doing for today's Comics Teacher Hot Ones Challenge. I've already tossed my Simple Truth meatless, crispy, tender vegan wings because I'm a vegetarian in the sauces. So I was originally going to do 3, but I figured, you know what? We're doing 5 comics today. Let's do 5 sauces. My dog in the background, I apologize. So we're going to do the Hot Ones Classic Hot Sauce, the Cholula Green Pepper Sauce, Nando's Peri Peri Medium. I wish I had a hotter one on hand. That Peri Peri sauces are really good. The Los Calientes Hot Ones. And then finally, the Last Dab. And in Last Dab tradition, when I get to that one, I will be putting a little extra of the dab on that last wing. Wish me luck. I am bringing nothing to drink downstairs with me when I go do this. It should be interesting. All right, friends, now that you've seen my Hot Ones lineup, I said if I had 100 subscribers on YouTube, I would do this when I got it. I think I'm up to 106, so thank you very much, and tell your friends about this channel. This is going to be hopefully a fun episode. I have lots of hot wings in front of me. One of the things I didn't tell you was when I was tossing that last dab wing in the bowl with the sauce, I sneezed like 3 times. So that is going to be an interesting eat. So, got lots of great books, lots of great sauces, probably lots of pain. Thanks for watching. I'm the Comics Teacher. Okay, so here we go. First one, Hot Ones Classic Hot Sauce. I've had this sauce before. It's actually really good. So I dipped this wing in there, and before I do this review, I'm gonna eat this wing. Hope your day's going well. This is a pretty tasty sauce. Lots of napkins because I'm a messy eater. First book for you is One for Your Classroom. Okay, this is the 2nd book in a series. It's a graphic novel that is published by First Second Books, and it's called Last Pick. This 2nd book is called Born to Run. The 3rd one is coming out soon. This is by Jason Walls. This is an excellent trilogy for your classroom. Aliens come down to Earth, and they take people who are able-bodied and adults and older young people, and they take them up into space to like do manual labor for them. So what's left are like the leftovers, right? Older people that they left behind, maybe people with disabilities, little children who they think have no special skills that are going to help the aliens, and then they leave aliens on Earth to kind of like mine them. And if they grow up, if they become ready to kind of help the alien society, they'll take them back up to do manual labor for them. And this book is about a group of people that were last picked, that were left behind, that were all left behind for a particular reason. And they use their special skills to help them do their best to defeat their aliens and kind of get their loved ones back. It is a tale of what you can do when you put your mind to it. It's a tale of using your disabilities or things you see as a challenge in your life to kind of overcome things in your life and realize that the things that make you different make you special, I think, is the main message of this book. So the Last Pick series, First Second Book, Jason Walls, definitely one for your classroom. All right, next Hot Ones is Cholula Green Pepper Sauce. All right, so I'm gonna eat this one here. While I eat this, just think about what you're gonna do this weekend. Okay. That sounds fun. No, I haven't seen that movie. I heard good things. I mean, I liked them in Titanic. All right. This is your ongoing series. I went to the comic book store on Wednesday, and I saw that number 2 of Decorum was out. And I was like, Image Comics, this is a cool cover. This is issue 1. But I picked up 1 and 2 because 2 came out on Wednesday. And it's by Jonathan Hickman and Mike Huddleston. And this is like an art book with story. And if you don't know what I mean when I say art book, the art is like crazier and more interesting than like a normal comic, right? So I kind of get lost in the art in this book a little bit, sometimes over like the story. And it's really cool because there's some prose in here. So you'll have some prose mixed in with this really neat art. And then they even throw in like these little maps. Let me show you one of these maps really quick. if I can find it. A couple little maps with guys. This is a fat comic too, and the second one is big as well. So if you're looking for a read that's a little longer, kind of cool, an art book with story, I would definitely check out Decorum. I'm going to put this on my pull list. It looks awesome. All right, so that is your ongoing title, Decorum by Image Comics. We are up to Nando's Peri Peri medium sauce. This sauce is, if you've ever been to Peri Peri chicken, it is, like I said, I haven't eaten meat in a little while, but when I did, I'd go to Peri Peri's quite a bit. So this is their medium sauce. So while I eat this one, you know what? Tell me about the last time you saw your best friend. I went there too. Were they happy about that? Okay. That sounds fun. And tell them I said hi. All right. For you, I'm not doing so bad, by the way. I mean, granted, these sauces aren't that hot. The last two are probably going to be a little more killer, but I'm doing really well. Locke and Key came back this week. This isn't the part where I'm talking about the new books. This is the one just for you, okay? I was very happy with my pickups this week because Decorum was something original and unique, and I kind of loved it. And then Locke and Key is back now. Joe Hill, Gabriel Rodriguez, if you haven't read the original series, way better than the TV show that was on Netflix. And it's back with In Pale Battalions Go, where we are setting this in World War I. And there's a member of the Locke family that wants to take the keys to help defeat the Germans in World War I. It's going to be a great story. It was everything that I was missing about Locke and Key. And reading it, I just was kind of brought back there and very happy to be back there. So it was a real nice week with comic books, and I'm going to get to one that came out this week that I really enjoyed too. So I had a really good comics week, and I needed it because this was kind of a rough week in all ways, shapes, and forms. So this little escapism of comics. And this book and Decorum both do a couple things that, like, haven't seen stories do in a little while, which is kind of neat. It's always good when you can get like a little bit of real good originality. Like, I haven't seen that before. There's a couple moments in this issue where I haven't seen before. So for you, new Locke and Key series, In Pale Battalions Go. Have you needed to have read the original Locke and Key series to understand this a little bit? I mean, you kind of need to know the gist of it. So if you just find, like, go to Wikipedia and like search if you're not going to read the whole 6 trades of the first series, but you're into some World War II stuff or World War I, check this one out. In Pale Battalions Go, Locke and Key, Joe Hill, Gabriel Rodriguez, and this is IDW Publishing. Absolutely it is. Decorum was Image, I said that right, from Jason Wall's book. Last pick is for a second. Okay, here we go. Los Calientes. Now we get into something that is a little bit spicier. This is the number 5 on the Hot Ones 10. If you watch Hot Ones, this is like the number 5 one. Things are already slightly hot when we get here. All right, when I ate this wing, I would like for you to tell me a joke. No, that sucks. Not the joke, but that happens to people. All right, Los Calientes done. I'm still hanging in there. Still got my first napkin. 2 things came out this week that I want to talk about. You know me, you know I don't buy a ton of Big 2 stuff. However, there were 2 things that came out this week that I was very interested in. One, there's a new Daredevil written by Chip Zdarsky. So I am a fan of Chip Zdarsky. I've liked a lot of the other stuff that he has done. So I saw this and I was like, you know what? This looks pretty cool. The artwork in it, pretty classic, decent Marvel artwork. And then Batman, 3 Jokers came out. And this book has been kind of like talked about for a little while now. And there's some buzz behind this series, DC Black Label. This is by Jeff Johns and Jason Fabok, F-A-B-O-K. I think that's how you say the name, Jason Fabok. This book is real good. Now, this book is okay. The thing about Big 2 books, right? I don't read a ton of them, as I said again and again, because when you read them, a lot of the times Marvel and DC, Marvel especially, require you to know backstory. They require you to know things about these characters, storylines, all of those sorts of things.
And I thought, well, with Chip Zdarsky, people know him from outside of the Marvel Universe. Maybe this book would be different. Maybe he would try to bring new readers to Marvel with this Daredevil book. Now, it's still kind of confusing to people who aren't familiar with the universe. And I thought it was okay. I'm not going to put it on my pull list. I don't need to read any more of this. I'm kind of disappointed. I was hoping for it to be a Marvel book that I could get into. Now, with that said, this book is fantastic. This Joker book is so good. I know a little bit about Batman, probably more than other DC comic book characters, and Joker as far as villains go. But even the stuff in here that is throwbacks to like other things that happened in the Batman universe in the past, they give you like slight explanations or at least clues to what had happened that they're talking about. And this is shaping up to be just a fantastic story. If you're a fan of Batman, these classic like The Killing Joke, Hush, Long Halloween type like books, I think this is going to be a classic like that. I hope so, because I was really excited. And I got this cool Batman Joker card in there from Alternate Reality, where I get my comics from. Remember, if you are in and around Chicago, visit Alternate Reality, 115th and Kedzie, beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood, and tell Tim Comics Teacher sent you, because I love that store. I love Tim. It's such a great, cool place to kind of hang out and learn about what's new on the shelf, where I pick up my single issues. Batman, 3 Jokers. Get it. All right. Here we go. This is it, guys. I'm raising the bar here. This is the hottest sauce on Hot Ones. I'm doing the last dab. I'm actually opening it up right now to put a slight last dab on my wing, which I will try to show you so you know that I did it. I'm not lying to you. It is right there. It is tossed, and I put a nice little dab on there. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous, but I'm doing really well here. So even if this one does kill me, I'm ending the video soon, and then I can go just take a bath and some milk. Although I went to the grocery store today and I forgot to pick up milk, so I may be kind of messed up. So here we go. While I eat this last dab Hot Ones wing, cheers to you. Thank you for watching, and I have one more book to review while my mouth is probably on fire. So let's just, you don't have to tell me anything. We'll just sit in silence and let the pain take us over. I thought it wasn't bad. Okay. All right, so I'm going to get to this last book. That's hot. That's hot. All right, the nonfiction book this week is Nicole J. George's Fetch. Guys, that's pretty hot sauce. Okay. Nonfiction book. It is fat. It is big. It is not. If you have not read any of Nicole George's books, you should. Her storyteller, her ability to storytell, and just the honesty of these books is something that like it's hard to capture in a book. Calling Dr. Laura was another one of her books. This book, Fetch, is the story of, man, guys, that's real hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's probably the hottest thing I've ever eaten. So, but it's okay. Like, I'm gonna live through it. It's just in the back of my tongue right now. This is a story about a teenage girl. It spans years. It spans years, and she gets this dog, and she grows up with the dog, and it's about how her life is kind of shaped by this dog, and how this dog is with her through like all of these major events in her life. And it's beautiful, and it's heartwarming. And I will tell you this story because I'm feeling high on these wings right now. I was teaching a few years back when I finished this book. It was after school. I had like 20 pages left. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit in my room and I'm going to read this book. So I get to the end of the book, final pages of the book, extremely moving. I'm sitting in my classroom, and I had a nice chair in my room. I'm crying. Like, tears are just streaming down my face, and like unapologetically, because it was just such a beautiful ending. And one of the custodians walks in, and he walks in and he looks at me, and I'm just sitting in his chair bawling. And he looks very confused, but I knew him pretty well. And he was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, this book is so good. And like he just turned around and walked out of the room. I've let students borrow Fetch, and they've all had kind of like similar experiences where they really loved it. If you're a dog person, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful book. And published by Mariner Press, I believe. All right, I'm running a little long here. I'm sorry. I want to thank you for the 100 subscribers. I want to thank you for sticking around with me. I hope this was enjoyable to watch. That sauce is pretty rough, but honestly, probably not as rough as I thought it was going to be, but my tongue is crazy right now. So I'm going to review these really quick. All right, your nonfiction book was Fetch by Nicole J. George's Mariner Books. You're going to love it. New this week, we had Three Jokers, Batman 3 Jokers from DC Black Label, and Daredevil from Chip Zdarsky, and this was written by Jeff Johns. For you, Lock and Key in Pale Battalions Go! Lock and Key World War I, we are back. Gabriel Rodriguez, Joe Hill. IDW killed it by getting this book, by the way. Like IDW, like this could have easily been probably in a lot of different companies, but IDW, props to you. Ongoing series is Decorum from Image Comics, and that's from Jonathan Hickman, right? Jonathan Hickman, Mike Hiddleston's the artist. Good stuff. Art is fantastic. And then your classroom book is the Last Pick series. This is book 2 of 3. 3 is coming out very soon. Pick up the first 2 right now on Amazon if you can, or get them from your local library to check it out. Get ready for that 3rd book. That is by Jason Walls. He was also a teacher. So Jason Walls, artist. He's the artist and the writer and a teacher. Got to give teachers props these days. All right, that's everything. Don't forget, teachers, on Wednesdays now, I'm going to be having instructional videos come out on Wednesday mornings, and then we have our reviews on Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm the comics teacher.